Martin Henry Bashir is a British journalist and news anchor. He came to prominence on British television after using deception to obtain a 1995 BBC interview with Diana, Princess of Wales, and then his 2003 ITV documentary about Michael Jackson. Bashir worked for the BBC from 1986 until 1999 on programs including Panorama before joining ITV. From 2004 to 2016, he worked in New York, first as an anchor for ABC's Nightline and then as a political commentator for MSNBC. Hosting his own program, Martin Bashir, and a correspondent for NBC's Dateline NBC. He resigned from his position at MSNBC in December 2013 after making ill-judged comments about the former governor of Alaska and vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin. In 2016, he returned to the BBC as religious affairs correspondent and left in May 2021, citing health reasons. The Panorama interview Bashir conducted with the Princess of Wales in 1995 led the BBC's director General Tim Davie to apologise to the brother of the princess, Earl Spencer, for Bashir's use of faked bank statements to gain the interview with his sister. Former Justice of the Supreme Court John Dyson, Lord Dyson conducted an independent inquiry into the issue. Lord Dyson's inquiry found Bashir guilty of deceit and breaching BBC editorial conduct to obtain the interview. The Metropolitan Police stated, "Following the publication of Lord Dyson's report, we will assess its contents to ensure there is no significant new evidence." Bashir was born and raised in Wandsworth, London, to liberal Muslim parents from Pakistan. His father had served in the Royal Navy during World War II. Bashir was educated at the Boys State Comprehensive Wandsworth School, King Alfred's College of Higher Education, Winchester, studying English and history from 1982 to 1985, and at King's College London, where he completed a master's degree in theology. Bashir was one of 5 children, one of whom suffered from muscular dystrophy and died in 1991. Bashir dedicated his decisions in life to his late brother, including his appearance on The X Factor Celebrity. Bashir said in 2019, "Every time I have faced a challenge, I have heard him whispering saying, 'What excuse do you have? You have no excuse.'" Bashir's first journalism work was as a freelance sports journalist before joining the BBC in 1986. He worked for the BBC until 1999, on programs including Songs of Praise, Public Eye and Panorama. Bashir came to prominence in 1995 when he interviewed Diana, Princess of Wales. In 1999 he joined ITV, working on special documentary programs and features for Tonight with Trevor McDonald. In 2004 Bashir moved to New York, where he worked for ABC, co-anchoring their current affairs show Nightline. Along with Cynthia McFadden and Terry Moran, he took over Nightline from Ted Koppel in 2005. In 2008, while working as a reporter for Nightline, Bashir was suspended from ABC News after making remarks described as crude and sexist during a dinner speech at the Asian American Journalists Association convention in Chicago. During the speech, he stated, "I'm happy to be in the midst of so many Asian babes. I'm happy that the podium covers me from the waist down." He continued and said that a speech should be like a dress on a beautiful woman, long enough to cover the important parts and short enough to keep your interest, like my colleague Juju's. Referring to his ABC News colleague Juju Chang, a reporter for 2020, ABC News suspended him. He wrote an apology to the Journalist Association which stated, "Upon reflection, it was a tasteless remark that I now bitterly regret. I hope that the continuing work of the organization will not be harmed or undermined by my moment of stupidity." In August 2010, Bashir left ABC for MSNBC, where he served as a political commentator and occasional substitute host for Lawrence O'Donnell. Hosted his own program, Martin Bashir, and was a correspondent for NBC's Dateline NBC. On the 15th of November 2013, Bashir criticized Sarah Palin for comments that she made comparing the federal debt to slavery. Bashir attempted to counter Palin's comparison by referencing the punishment of slaves described by slave overseer Thomas Thistlewood, specifically a punishment called Darby's dose, which involved forcing slaves to defecate or urinate into the mouth of another slave as punishment, and concluded by saying, if anyone truly qualified for a dose of discipline from Thomas Thistlewood, she would be the outstanding candidate. On the 18th of November he apologized, stating among other things, "My words were wholly unacceptable. They were neither accurate nor fair. They were unworthy of anyone who would claim to have an interest in politics." On the 2nd of December, Bashir was suspended by the network. He resigned 2 days later, issuing a statement saying, "I deeply regret what was said, will endeavor to work hard at making constructive contributions in the future and will always have a deep appreciation for our viewer."